Alright, hey guys, it's Richard from Painfinger, and I'm here to talk about a few of my guitars. This one goes out to Warlock Wyatt, and Warlock was interested in seeing the Peavey guitar, specifically the ones that I recommend, which is the Nitro and the Peavey Destiny. These guitars came out, I believe the Nitros came out mid to late 1980s. And they were I'll put a picture up. They had a Kahler tremolo. They had 21 frets, from what I recall. They had 3 switches, each to turn on or off each of the pickups, and it usually was configured in a single and a humbucker on the bridge. And it rocked. It was a rocking guitar. It was a bolt-on, and as you can see on the picture, it's got a particular kind of a headstock on it, which worked really well. And it, although it was prone to be, chipped and that sort of thing when when utilized in a performance, it worked really well. It had a real rockin' humbucker in it, and the single coil would really pick up really well in the neck position, making a great pickup for solos. All the pickups were Peavey made, and it was a wonderful guitar, really light. I believe it was made out of poplar. The neck being a hard rock maple. The one I had looks kind of similar to this. It was red, and it had a rosewood fingerboard on it, and it played really well. The replacement for it, though, I got in 1992, I think it was 91 or 92, and it was the Peavey Destiny. And I had gone into Lee's Music, which was situated here in Vernon. Lee's Music is still around. It's up in Kamloops, British Columbia now, somewhere in that vicinity. So for a Canadian, it was quite an expensive purchase for a guitar at that time. And yeah, I played it and tried it and hummed and hawed whether or not I would go for it. And the only thing that was holding me back was the price. And yeah, eventually I just decided to buy it. So here we go. I'm going to pull out of the case my Peavey Destiny. This comes in the original Peavey bulletproof case. I think it's impervious to lightning even. Don't quote me on that, but it is a pretty tough case. They made really good cases back then. This one has a few scuffs on it. I've played a few gigs with it, so I'll open her up here and get to the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. There we go. The guitar and the tremolo bar. Now the difference between this guitar and the Nitro, although the Nitro looks very similar to this, there's a lot different going on here. The pickups are a lot more, they bring up the sound a lot more than the Nitro did. The Peavey Destiny was created during the 1989 to 1994 era. Neck through, as you can see here, 24 frets, has a 15-inch radius neck on it, so it's pretty damn flat. Like, it's flatter than most Les Pauls. It has a rock maple neck, extends all the way through. The wings are made out of poplar. It's I don't know, it's not a tank. I mean, it's about the heaviness of a Strat. You know, it's pretty comparable to it. You can see the back routing areas. Mine's a little, you know, scratched up in that from use. The fretboard is a tad bit worn. I've gone ahead and you know, throughout the years, this fretboard had lightened up quite a bit, and every once in a while I put a coating of some. I go ahead and stain it with a gel stain, so I can redarken it. Otherwise, it goes really light up here, and it's got a lot of light spots here where there's a lot of traffic going on. And this here is a Kahler, US made Kahler Spider. I think it's one of the best tremolo systems that was made for its time. It has volume, tone, 5-way switch, and a what they call a coil tap, but it just turns off the one of the pickups out of the humbucker, so it becomes like a single coil. So you can get that kind of a Strat sound out of it, but it doesn't sound like a Strat really at all. I tell you, I mostly play on the humbucker because it's got a real good meaty sound to it. If you listen to the song that I have up for Painfinger called Surf, it was all done with this guitar going through a Fender Mustang 1 right into the computer. This wasn't used with a tube amp like I have going on behind me here, but for demonstration purposes, we'll go ahead and listen to it on the tube amp. It's got the locking nut, black of course, the tuners. This is all stock. I haven't changed anything on this guitar at all, and the finish is exactly as it was when I got it from the store. It's still pretty darn good. The only thing that's really kind of tarnished a bit is the plastic, and that's about it. And the wear on the fretboard, on the fingerboard. The frets are still fairly good, and if you can find these, they're usually around $600-700 US on eBay when they show up. And straight out of the box, it's still all in tune. It's pretty good. It's a really good system, this Kahler. As it stands now, it stays in tune really well. So let me go ahead and turn stuff on here. Alright, so that's the humbucker. So humbucker with the split. Now we go to the neck pickup. You hear the difference there quite a bit. We're in the 2 forward pickups. Now we're in the center position. I prefer to use the center position for my solos. Now we're in the center and humbucker. And now we are finally in the humbucker again. You can really tell there's a big difference there between settings. So let's humbucker, of course. Okay, so gives you an idea of what the sound like, what it sounds like. That's just a little touch of delay and chorus on there. Now let's go with some meat and potatoes here. Humbucker. Humbucker. what can I say? Sounds pretty awesome. That barks. Sounds crazy. So there you go. Peavey Destiny, built for the 80s. Heavy, hard rock, metal, old hairband metal. Still sounds good today. So, if you have any questions, Warlock, if you have any questions about it, if you want to hear something else on this, just let me know. It's all open on the comments below. So, enjoy. I'm gonna have a few more showing off what I have for guitars here in a bit. Okay, ciao. Thanks for tuning in.